right, good evening, everyone. We're going to wait until 7 o'clock on the dot because we're live on Facebook, right? Good evening, everyone. My name is Bill Bennett, and I have the distinct pleasure of being the head of school here, working with your amazing young men and young women. I also have the distinct pleasure of working with some amazing staff members, and you'll get to see them at the end. I am so grateful for everything your kids give to us and everything the staff does for our students. I do want to also say how happy I am we're back together again in person. We missed last year's Shakespeare, although it's a bit different with masks and vaccination approved. I appreciate your assistance with that cooperation. You know, Broadway's doing it, so TCS is going to do it. Make sure we're all vaccinated. I did want to recognize one adult in the room before we begin. She is the president of our board of directors and a former parent. This is Nancy McGuire. She's there in the back. Thank you, Nancy, for your support of all we do here. We also have 4 or 5 graduates of TCS, and it's really great to see them come back and support our student actors. Quick reminder to make sure your cell phones are off and away, as we say every day, or at minimum silence. And without any further ado, TCS players, take it away.
Creeping like snail, unwilling leader school.
Then the lover, with sighs of woeful ballad, sighing like furnace, nature's mistress ever.
And then the soldier, full of sparing jokes, and beard like the card, jealous in honor, sudden clicking quarrel, seeking to build a reputation, leaving the careless house.
And then the justice, in veiled round belly, with good cape on lines, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern emphasis, and so he plays his parts.
The sixth age shifts into lean and slippered pendulum, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side. His youthful hose well shaved, the world too wide for his shrunk shaft. Line? His big manly voice produced a childish treble, pipes and whistles in his sound.
And lasting of all that ends this strange eventful history is second childishness and mere oblivion. Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything.
The Prince of Denmark, also known as Hamlet, is urged to avenge his father's death when he's visited by his ghost. Hamlet devotes himself in doing so, but because he's such a contemplative and thoughtful youth, he becomes lost in his head and delays his plans. Listen closely as Hamlet ponders existence.
Father, we know you're gone, but doubt. Oh, an answer for doubt's greatest question. To be or not to be. Whether it's noble in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to die, to sleep perchance to dream. Aye, there's the road. For in that sleep of death, where dreams may come. When we have shuffled off this mortal coil, who would bear the ills of long life, wrongs, scorns, and pain of despaired love? But that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country, from whence none return. Thus, conscience doth make cowards of us all. Thus, losing the name of action.
A grudge. These two feuding families won't relent. When passing in the streets, they can't help but announce their hatred for one another. Biting their thumbs, silly insults, and drawing swords make it difficult for Romeo and Juliet's love to exist. Pray, which side are you on, the star-crossed lovers or their feuding families?
Two households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona, where we lay our scene, from ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventured piteous overthrows do with their death bury their parents' strife.
Draw thy noodle. Here come the two houses of Montague.
My little out world, out back thee.
How? Turn thy back and run?
Fear me not. Let's take the laws of our side. Let them begin.
I shall frown as they walk past and let them take it as they list.
No, if they dare, I'll buy my thumb at them, which is a disgrace, if they die.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do by my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
It's the laws of our side if I say I. No. No, sir. I do not bite my thumb at you, sir, but I do bite my thumb.
Quarrel, son?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
No, sir.
If you do, sir, I am for you. I serve a good man as you.
No, better.
Way better.
Draw! If you be men, Gregory, remember your swashing blow.
Oh, fool, you know not what you do.
What art thou among these harvest times? Turn thee back, Folio. Look upon thy death.
I do but keep the peace. Put up thy noodle or fuck these men with me.
One drawn and talk of peace. I hate the words, I hate heft. All Montagues envy. Have at you then, Folio.
Right, get them down. Down with the copula.
What noise is this? Give me my long noodle.
Oh, clutch! Oh, clutch! My coin for my
My
noodle!
noodle, I say. Old Montague is clever. Give me.
Thou villain Capulet, hold me not, let me go.
Thou shalt not stir my foot to seek a foe.
Nay, put up thy noodle, Capulet, I fear thee not.
Rebellious subjects, enemies to the peace, profaners of this neighbor's famed field. Will they not hear? What? Ho, you men, you beast! Throw your mistempered weapons to the ground and hear the sentence of your moved prince. 3 civil brawls have twice disturbed the quiet of our streets. If you ever disturb the peace again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. For this time, all the rest depart away. You, Capulet, shall go along with me. And Montague, come you this afternoon to Old Freetown or common judgment place. Once more, on pain of death, all men depart.
Doubtless if you've heard this one before. A man hears an exciting prophecy about his future. He will one day rule the whole land. He is so excited by all this entails. The power and the fame, he becomes obsessed with being in heaven, stopping at nothing until the rule is his. Does this sound familiar? Later on, 3 witches assemble on a heath for an encounter with Macbeth. Returning from victory on the battlefield, Macbeth and Banquo, a close ally of Macbeth, meet these weird sisters who prophesy that Macbeth will become king and the Banquo's years will reign thereafter. King Duncan intends to name Macbeth the new Thane of Penworth, but he doesn't know this yet until when he comes upon the witches.
A drum, Macbeth doth come. The weird sisters, hand in hand, travelers of the sea and land, thus do go about, thrice to mine and thrice to mine, and thrice again to make up nine.
Peace, the charms wander.
So foul and fair a day I've not seen.
How far is this person? What are these? Franklin is so wild and tight. You seem to understand me. Are you scared?
You can. What are ya?
All hail Macbeth, hail to thee, Thane of Glamis.
All hail Macbeth, Thane of Cawdor.
All hail Macbeth, that shalt be king hereafter.
Good sir, why be so stuttered? Why fear what sounds so fine?
Hail,
Hail.
Hail.
less so than Macbeth Bogato.
Not so happy, yet much happier.
Thou shalt get kings, yet not be one yourself. So all hail Macbeth and Banquo!
Banquo and Macbeth, all hail.
Stay here, prophetic speakers. Tell me more, how can I be a Cawdor? And say why upon the blasted heath you stop my way with such prophetic greeting. Speak, I charge you. Whither are they vanished? Into the animal seems solid melted, as breath into the wind. I wish they had stayed.
Happier cries, 'tis time, 'tis time. Round about the cauldron go, in the poison entrails throw.
Toads that under cold stone, days and nights hath 31.
Swell their venom, sleeping got, boil thou first thy charm into the pot.
Double, double,
toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Fillet of a fenny snake, in the pot, boil and bake. Eye of newt and toe of frog. Wool of bat and tongue of dog.
Adder's fork, and blindworm's sting, lizard's leg, and howlet's wing. For a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth, boil and bubble. Double, double, toil and trouble,
Fire burn and cauldron bubble. Scale of dragon, tooth of wolf, which is mummy Mongol. Of the raven salt sea shark, root of hemlock digged in the dirt.
All delivered by a drab, make the girl thick and slab.
Add thereto a tiger's children for the ingredients of our cauldron. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Let it be known that I'm not here to take sides. Where Brutus brutalized the definition of ambition. Behind the gods of honor, where Brutus brutalized. His face stays adjacent to a motorist rhythm. His sword is controlling the captives in prison. Crowned to a coffin, that's the pursuit of omniscience. Cause perpetrated by the people's permission. Cause perpetrated by feeble emissions. Take heed, listen. I'm painted from the fool's painted. Just for cadence, no fuel for patience. Prospector allergic to gold is later in cool. Cross sectors, the letters have a hooded. One's not coded, a bold blush hoarded, assorted is old love. It's enough as the push is always a shove.
Now in the winter of our discontent, made glorious served by the Son of God, and all the cries that went upon a house in the deep ocean buried. Now our bright moment victorious weeps. Our dreadful marches to dreadful measures. Gloom will have smoothed his microphone. Why I is weak pipe in time of peace have no directed passage of time. Therefore I am determined to prove a villain. I hate the idle pleasure of these days. Positively to some about Corinth and the king and Debbie against each other. And the king would be as true and just as I am false and treacherous. Those days of courage be concerned upon prophecy, which is at G of elements here's the most of me. Die, fox. Down to my soul.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is often interred with their bones. So let it be with Caesar, the noble Brutus. Hath he told Caesar was ambitious? If it were so, it was a grievous fault. And grievously hath Caesar entered it. Here, under leave of Brutus and the rest. For Brutus is an honorable man. So are they all honorable men. Come I to speak in Caesar's funeral. He is my friend, faithful and just to me. But Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. He hath brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransom to the general coffers fill. Did this in Caesar seem ambitious? When at the poor have cried, Caesar hath wept. Ambition should be made of sterner stuff. Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. You all did see that on the Lupercal. I thrice presented him a kingly crown, which he doth thrice refuse. Was this ambition? Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and sure, he's an honorable man. I speak not to disprove what Brutus spoke, but here I am to speak what I do know. You all did love him once, not without cause. What cause withholds you, then, to mourn for him? O judgment, thou art fled to brutish beasts, and men have lost their reason. Bear with me. My heart is in the coffin, there with Caesar, and I must pause till it come back to me.
Fame that all hunt after in their lives, live registered upon our brazen tomb, and then grace us in the disgrace of death, when spite of Cormorant devouring time, the endeavor of this present breath may buy that honor which shall be his scythe-keen edge, and make us heirs of all eternity.
Henry V, the newly crowned king, had resolved to conquer France. He soon learns what a painful division responsibility is. When you are king, your entire country relies upon you, and you must put everyone and everything before yourself. What a weight to bear. King Henry V, responsibility, power, and honor, had become a treacherous tyrant. Then before a fateful battle, Henry, disguised as a commoner, walks among his soldiers and speaks to the king of how isolated he feels as king, and about how dearly he wishes to gain honor for England. Henry V shows how far yet close kings and commoners are. After all, flowers do smell the same no matter whose nose is sniffing. Listen to his discourses obtaining discontent and gaining honor.
Upon the King, let us our lives, our souls, our debts, our careful wives, our children, and our sins lay on the King. We must bear all, O heart condition, twin born with greatness, subject to the breath of every fool, whose sense no more can feel but his own ringing. What infinite heart's ease must kings neglect that private men enjoy? And what if kings, privates have not too, save ceremony, save general ceremony? And what art thou, thou idle ceremony? What kind of God art thou that sufferest more of mortal griefs than do thy worshippers? What are thy rents? What are thy comings in? O ceremony, show me but thy worth. What is thy soul of adoration? Art thou aught else but place, degree, and form, creating awe and fear in other men? Wherein thou art less happy being feared than they inferior? What drinkest thou oft instead of homage sweet, but poison flattery? O be sick, great greatness, and bid thy ceremony give thee cure. Thinkest thou the fiery fever will go out with titles blown from adulation? Will it give place to flexure and low bending? Canst thou, when thou commandst the beggar's knee, command the health of it? No, thou proud dream that placed so suddenly the king's repose. I'm a king that find thee, and I know 'tis not the bomb, the scepter, and the ball, the sword, the mace, the crown imperium, the intertissue robe of gold and pearl, the farce title of for the king, the throne he sits on, nor the tide of pomp that beats upon the high shore of this world. No, not all these thrice gorgeous ceremony, not all these laid in bed majestical can sleep so soundly as the wretched slave, or with a body filled and vacant mind, gets into rest, crammed with distressful bread, never sees a horrid night, the child of hell, but like a lackey from rise to set, sweats in the eye of Phoebus, and all night sleeps in Elysium. Next day after dawn, doth rise to help Hyperion to his horse, and follow so the ever-running year with profitable labor to his grave. And but for ceremony, such a wretch, with winding up days of toil and nights with sleep, had the forehand advantage of a king, the slave, a member of the country's peace, enjoys it. But in gross brain, little watch the king keeps to maintain the peace, whose hours the peasant best advantages.
Oh, that we now had here today, but 1/10,000 of those men in England that do no work today.
What's he that wishes so, my cousin Westmoreland? No, my fair cousin. If we are marked to die, we are turned now, to do our country loss, and if to live, the fewer men, the greater share of honor. I am the most offending soul alive. No faith, my cuz, not a man from England. God's peace, I would not lose such a great an honor. As one man more, rather proclaim it, Westmoreland, through my host which had no stomach to this fight. Let him depart, his passport shall be made. We will not die in that man's company. This day is called the Feast of Crispion. He that outlives this day and comes safe home will stand a tiptoe when the day is named, and rouse him at the name of Crispian. He that shall live this day will yearly the vigil and face his neighbors, and say tomorrow is St. Crispian. Old men forget, but we'll remember with advantages. What he'll remember, what feats he did that day. Then shall our names be familiar as household words. Harry the King, Bedford, Exeter, Salisbury, and Gloucester, be in their cups freshly remembered. This story shall the good man teach his son, and Crispian shall near go by. From this day to the ending of the world, but we in it shall be remembered. We few, we happy few, we band of brothers. For he today that shed his light on us, and gentlemen in England now abed, shall think themselves accursed they were not here, that fought us on St. Crispin's day.
We now take you back to the story of Macbeth. While Macbeth's jealousy and ambition grew, he remained worried about the witch's prophecy that Michael's son would take over the throne. Macbeth persuades Michael's son, Malcolm, to raise an army against Macbeth. Macbeth arranges for the murders of Macbeth's wife and children. These actions have caused much distress and despair for Lady Cat. Macbeth, and that she becomes restless and begins sleepwalking to the castle.
Lo you, here she comes.
How came she by that light?
She is late by a continually.
Look how she rubs her hands.
Out, damn spot! Who would have thought the old man to have so much blood in him?
Do you hear that?
The Thane of Fife, Macduff, he had a wife. Where is she now? What? Will his hands never be clean?
You have known what you should not.
She had said what she should not have, I'm sure of that.
Here's the smell of the blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. Wash your hands, put on your nightgown, look not so pale. I tell you yet again, make clothes buried. What's done cannot be undone. To bed, to bed, to bed.
Even so?
To bed, knocking at the gate.
Will she go now to bed?
Directly.
More need she the divine of the physician. God forgive us all. Look after her.
Good night, good doctor.
On a magical midsummer night, have you ever had a dream so whimsical and enchanting it felt entirely absurd? So absurd that you thought that the events of this dream actually did happen? Then you will surely relate to our Nick Bottom's dream. Nick Bottom is a weaver by trade and a talented actor who promises he can do it all when it comes to the stage. Unfortunately for Bottom, he gets mixed up in Puck and his fairy king trickery. Puck magically transforms Bottom's head into that of a sweet dog piece. As the day breaks, Bottom's spell has been reversed unbeknownst to him, and he is left yet spellbound.
My cue comes, I shall answer it. Peter Quince. Starveling. Snap the tinker. Flute the bellows mender. God's my life stolen hence and left me asleep. Methought I was. Methought I had. I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream past the wit of man. No. What a dream it was. Man is but a farce if you go about to expound this dream. Oh. Man's hand is not able to taste his tongue conceive. Picked what I was. I shall have Peter Quince write a ballad of this. I shall call it mainstream.
Your flaws are perfect for the heart that was meant to love you. Unfortunately, this wasn't always the case for Katerina Minola in William Shakespeare's Taming of the Shrew, as she lived in a time where fitting in was difficult. She is foul-tempered, sharp-tongued, and doesn't answer to anyone, not even her father. The entire town of Padua referred to her as a shrew and thought no one could ever love her, even when her father made it known that he is very wealthy and will pay out a large dowry to the man who is willing to tame his Katerina. Who would be up to such a task, you ask? Enter Petruchio.
May I come in?
You may, if it matters not what comes of your head.
It matters not. A spring here proves I have lost it already. Good lady, allow me to enter.
Mary, let it be known, I will not have any suitors.
Good, Mama Kate. That is your name, I hear.
I am called Katerina.
Yeah, you always be Kate to me.
What purpose bringeth you?
I wish to hold you dear, and therefore, Kate, take this with me. I'm going to thee for my wife.
Your wife?
Let's catch the song quickly.
Mood, you said? Anything that moves you hid away with you. Hence, I knew from the start you were movable.
Why? What's removable?
A stool, like this.
What's up, y'all? Giving a good theme to what we're acting up on stage. I thought I'd give a little verse about love real quick. So, here it is. Love and sacrifice. The patience to look at her to sing. Even if she ain't acting right. You got your saying. No matter how dark the tunnel, we gon' last the night. Look, love is forgiveness. She brought me to my knees. I pray that God be my witness. Mine and mine, I stay focused. We devoted on our business. Look, love is empathy. It doesn't take 10 to see that I love you tenderly. I'm working 10 to 2s to attend to you. That's my tendency. Love is trust. And mutual understanding that we don't do it for lust. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Long as our foundation's solid, we be just. Look, love is companionship. Life may be hard, but together we can manage it. That means more than just men have to manage shit. Love is devotion. Be the eye of the storm when y'all going through emotions. Wise line the norm. Can't let fear dictate your emotions. That's all I got tonight. He just scars. I've never even felt a wind. But soft. Through what light yonder breaks. It's the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon. 'Tis my lady, oh, 'tis my love. How did she knew she were? She speaks, it says nothing. What of that? Her eyes is gorgeous. Now answer. 'Tis not to me she speaks. I'm too bold. To the fair stars and all the heaven, the brightness of her cheek would shame those stars. As daylight doth a lamp, her eyes heaven and art. See how she leans her cheek upon that hand. Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
I mean,
she speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious this night as is a winged messenger of heaven.
O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or if thou wilt not, be but sworn, my love, and I will no longer be a capitalist.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak of this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, but not a Montague. What is a Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo was, were he not Romeo called? Retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. Romeo, doff thy name, and for that name which is no part of thee, take all of thyself.
I take thee at that word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I will never be Romeo.
What man art thou be screamed in night, so stumblest upon my counsel?
By a name. I know not how to tell you who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I written it, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of that tongue's utterance, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair saint, either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find me here.
With love's light wings did I approach these walls, for stone linens cannot hold love out. And what love can do, that dares let love attempt. Therefore, thy kinsmen were no let to me.
We'd now like to introduce you to a group of mixed-matched men. They are known as the Mechanicals. By day, they work in the town square tinkering, fixing, and mending all things. By moonlight, they rehearse their parts as actors. Their aim is to entertain the newly wedded Duke and Duchess with their storytelling. Peter Quince, the kingpin of the Mechanicals, will soon acquaint you with their story. Gentle, perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on, till truth makes all things plain. This man, Pyramus, if you would know, this beauteous lady, this Thisbe, this man, rough cast, doth present its wall, that vile wall with Diggy's lover sunday, and through that wall's chink, poor souls, they are content to whisper, at the wish to let no man wonder. This man, with lantern, bush of thorn, presenteth moonshine. If you would know by moonshine, do these lovers think no storm, to meet at these tomb there they would. This grisly beast which, lying, like my name, the trusty busy, coming first by night, did scare away, rather did it fright. And as she fled, her mantle did fall, which lying in vile, bloody mouth did sting. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet, weak, and tall, and finds his trusty busy's mantle sting. Whereat with blade, with bloody, blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling, bloody chest, and Bisbee's tearing him away shape. His dagger drew and died, for all the less the lying moonshine wall lovers flame, at large discourse while feeling the repeat.
I, Snout by name, present as wall, and such a wall as I would have you think, that had it in a cranny hole like shape. This cranny is, through writing sinister, through which these fearful lovers are to whistle.
Oh, grim look night, oh night with hue so black, oh night whichever art when day is not, oh night, alack, alack, alack. I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot. And thou wall, oh sweet and lovely wall, that stands within her father's ground and mine, thou wall, oh sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink that linked with mine eye. Dance, glorious wall, thou was good to me. But what do I see? I see not my sweet Thisbe.
Oh, wall, thou hast heard my words regarding my fair Pyramus and me.
Oh, I see a voice. Thisbe.
My love, that's my love, methinks.
I am thy lover's prince. Oh, kiss me in the hole of this vile wall.
Why, me?
Our lips do not touch my Pyramus.
Wilt thou me get near these tombs straight away?
I come without delay, my fair Pyramus.
I, wall, my part discharged so, and be done away down go.
You ladies, gentle hearts do fear, with the smallest muscles mouse that creeps on floor, may quake and tremble here, when lion doth roars, roar.
Thou, the moon, this lantern, thou present this moon. I am the man in the moon, and this is my thorn bush.
This is Opene's tomb. Where's my love?
Oh. Good.
for thy sunny beams. I thank thee for shining now so bright, and by thy sunny beams I take trust true as if this be sight.
Eyes! How can it be? Eyes, do you see?
Oh, dainty tug, oh dear, this be's mantle was stained with blood. Oh, fates, come, cut thread and throat. Oh, wherefore nation dost thou lion's frame? Hath here a flower, my dear? This be is... No, this be was the fairest dame that lived, that looked, that loved with cheer. Come, tears, out sword and wound, thy pap of Pyramus, I thy left pap, where heart doth hop. Thus die I, thus. Now I am dead. My soul in the sky. Moon, take thy flight. Die.
What? Dead, my tongue? Oh, hear its surprise. Speak, dead. A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. Oh, how can it be, my fair Pyramus? Tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword. Come, blade. My heart's in root. Farewell, friends. Thus this the end. Adieu.
The wall is down that part of their fathers. Will it please you to see the epilogue?
No epilogue, I pray you. For when all the players are all dead, there need none to be blamed. Narrate a fine treasure.
We shall have finished. Think with this, that all is finished. That you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear. And this weak and idle theme, no more yielding, but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. Be pardoning to men, as I am an honest buck. If we have unearned luck, now to escape the serpent's tongue. We will make amends, ere long, else the puck a liar call. So good night, until you all. Give me your hands and we be friends, and Buck shall restore amends.
Nate Aguilar, Malachi Pettiford, AJ Kate, Ryan Stulock, and Sean O'Hara. We'd like to thank the crew behind the scenes in the scenery, art department, and stage construction, Miss Riggio, who also designed our logo and our t-shirt. Nate Aguilar, Faith McAfee, Faith McAfee, Nick Muscuco, Sam Mandel, EJ Soto, Ash Winchester, Elena Whitman, Mr. Laps, and Mr. Fredericks. In the costume and prop management department, led by Ms. Tillman, we have Mrs. Culler, Mr. Shullery, Mrs. Phillips, Henry Deputy, Romeo Gonzalez, Sarah Millhouse, Nate Aguilar, Mark Mack, and Sean O'Hara, and our student stage manager, Anthony Keenan. In the lighting and audiovisual department, on colored lights, we have Mrs. Culler, Brian Stulock, Malachi Pettiford, and Henry Deputy. On Spotlight, we have James Hansen, Tor Munson, and Miss Cole Brenner. On all of the recordings for those students who could not be here and recording live tonight, we have Miss Riggio, Mrs. Fredericks, and Ms. Picone. On Playbill Creation, we have Mr. and Mrs. Birch. Our ushers, let's give it up for Sarah Millhouse and Anthony Keener. Our music and sound department, Mr. Geist, Mr. Laps, and Nate Aguilar. For keeping us all fed and assisting in direction, Mrs. Culler. Our self-care specialist during production, Mr. Shullery, Mrs. Phillips, and Mrs. Picone. And finally, to Mr. Bennett, for his constant support of creative freedom and belief in the students and directors. We could do none of this without your professional leadership. You care about each and every one of us. Thank you.
It is easy to do, easy to care for these amazing students and staff members. Ladies and gentlemen, that was your best performance by far. It was amazing. Let's hear it for them. You know, Mrs. Picone, this is her first Shakespeare activity with us, and it looked good all week. We really felt good about this group. But it still was not this good this afternoon. And Camille looked at me and said, they pulled it all together. It was under an hour. Everyone did such a good job. The growth I've seen in all of you since I've met you, but especially since this play began, is amazing. You guys should be so proud of yourselves. I guess I put my glasses on, I could see better. I want to thank all the staff. I'm not going to do it by name because Mrs. Griffith did it. But these ladies and gentlemen care about your students just about as much as if they were their own. And I am so grateful to be a part of this group. And I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. Mr. Shirley did a great job with the moon and the sun. I know they all did a great job. Finally, Laura and Megan, Mrs. Wright and Mrs. Griffith. This comes together because of their personalities. They complement each other. They care about our kids. They challenge the kids and also support them to rise to a higher level. So I think Anthony and Nate have something to give to Mrs. Wright and Mrs. Griffith, please. They did an amazing job. I want to thank all of you for coming tonight, for cooperating with us with our vaccine and masking policies. You may have noticed a few students took their masks off, and we allowed that if they chose to, and they've been vaccinated. And they put them back on once they were off stage. And it's amazing how students make that decision on their own, and I ask them to share it with families, and they made the decision that was best for them. Finally, thank you for your donations of food. We have more than we could have eaten. So please make sure before you leave, if you brought something, stop by the kitchens and take anything home that you have. And I think that's it, except have a wonderful and safe holiday season. Thank you all so much.